Hey guys, welcome back. John Megacycle here, another episode of Factorio. Last episode we were just cranking through tech, upgraded our iron, added more iron mining to our repertoire actually. So we should be able to sedate some of the more primary needs of science and everything else. So let's take a gander at our radar. We do have a couple of radars going on. That base in the lower right is really starting to get intimidating. I think this mission objective is going to be to start walling off from, let's see, so from this corner down, see if we can start sealing some stuff off, and maybe some turret automation. I don't know if we have enough resources for any of that scramble, but that is something I'm going to want to do. So let's see here. What is a line that we can... Man, I really wish we just had super surplus iron. The unfortunate thing is right now I think I'm just going to have to wait on what we have for resources and what we can consume. It sounds a little silly, but I'm trying to plan a couple of steps ahead here. We should be able to take an assembly machine or two, split off the iron line, and be able to take that and make, well, weapons. That shouldn't be a problem. We should be able to take that, turn that into ammo. And I'm almost wondering if we should just pull some of this line here, have it smelt it and assemble it and ship it right on site. I just don't know what the right answer is. And that's the fun thing about life. Let's get philosophical for a second. You never know what the right answer is until you made the wrong one? I don't know. You don't know what's best until you can't. There we go. Put that on a t-shirt. Make that a quote. For the love of God, don't make that a quote. Okay. And let's just redeploy that turret there. You don't need a ton of ammo. I don't think that should be plenty. Get back down there. Okay. So we have a couple more of the drills. Yeah, so I'm just going to split this off to make one thing of metal, of iron down here. And that's going to allow us to just make bullets. That's all I want to do is just make bullets with this. So just ding, ding, ding. Great. So now we need us a splitter. Ugh. I wish I had any iron at all. I need inserters anyway, so I'm going to have to run back. Dang it! Iron is just one of those things that it's almost like a sine wave function for me anyway. It's either when you start the game off you've got a ton of it, it's feeling good, it's looking good, you've got a nice supply, and then you start using it and then it's like, oh crap, I need way more. I need tons more. And then you really yeah, let's dump the iron into this fast transport belts. You really start working with it and figuring it out and everything, and then it's like, oh yeah, I need oh crap, I need way more of this stuff. And then as the game goes on, it's like, you know, you overcompensated and undercompensated, and then back and forth. But maybe that's just me. But the good thing is we'll be able to figure this out. There, I think I like that better already. Yeah, the thing is we have now a bad case of too many of the furnaces, but that's alright. So, I do need at least a little more iron. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Now, do we have any iron sitting in the furnaces? I'm just looking at the right. No, we don't. Okay. Oh, before we do anything else... Science! That's what we're doing. Science. Blinded me with science. Laser turrets require also batteries. Alright, that's a ways to go. Let's do gates. Bill or otherwise. Dink. And what I wanted to do is I want to make sure this was running on some good coal. There we go. Now I feel better. Actually, yoink, I need one of those. actually, dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. There we go. Was that the theme from Guts in my head? Dun, 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 dun. Maybe it was. I don't know. Oh! There we go. That's why we need that wall, kids. This is why. The wall buys time, and that's the important thing, is a lot of these biters can't just spit over the wall. That's a good thing. It's a good thing they can't do that, because what it forces them to do is it forces them to get close. So they have to actually get up to the point where they're going to deal with the wall, or deal with the turret, but they can't reach the turret, so that's what pays off. So a splitter, please. Thank you. Just need one. Thank you. Here's this. And here is this. And this. And that. And that. Okay, I need 2 more grabbers, please. And a bunch of transport belt. That's at least going to get us started mass producing something that I like to call ammunition. Okay, and this here, and that there, and just an assembly machine level 1 will do just fine, and holy crap, did I undercompensate that. And ammo me up. And I dumped all my wood chests. Awesome. I dumped all the wood in the chest. Doggone it. Freaking. Oh no, I turned it into poles. That's what I did with it. Dink. And dink. Okay, now we have magazines. Awesome. Next up is to really start turning this into a fortress. And it's exactly like I said. We're going to start working with chunks of the wall here, and we should just get the wall finished. This is going to be very straightforward stuff. Is that also iron? I will want that. So let's start just right about there is good. We're going to place a turret every so often, which I don't have right now, but then we're also going to do this, and we're just going to feed it all the way through. We need inserters, we need poles, we need a bunch of crap. But now we don't have to worry about the iron turning into magazines. We can just let that sit. Now what I do want to see is how well we're doing with regular iron production, see if we have a bit of a backlog. If we do, which would be great, which we probably don't, but would be great, is if we're actually, yeah, we don't have a backlog at all. Dang it. We might want to actually wait on science, so all this stuff can catch up a little bit, because I need iron right now a lot higher of a priority level than science. We've been doing really well with what we've been producing science-wise, but yeah, I think, how many turrets can I make? 1? Yeah. Under attack, holy crap. I get lost in thought for, yeah, we're not researching. I get lost in thought for 4 seconds, and then under attack. But that's okay, that's why I wrapped turrets down there. Yeah, not going to be the most effective killing machines considering there's such a spacing, but that's fine. Still gets us started. Gimme. Now it's just, now we're having, at least I'm having the issue where it's a little more frantic. I just want to get defenses up, I want to get things figured out, and we're still waiting on iron. We're going to wait a bit on the science, like I said, for that backlog. It's going to make me feel a lot better about life and everything else. So let's just say turret, turret, turret. So this is how this is going to work. I need a splitter. I do have enough for that. Awesome. It's just going to go 2 paths. So that's 1 path. Yeah, it's about right. There's another path. Here's the split. Great. Now we just need power. So let's do that real quick. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Well, it's good that I have a bit more ammo on me anyhow. But effectively, this is how this is going to fly. We're just going to strip that out. It's going to go just like this. There we go. Now it's going to feed hopefully evenly both ways. We're just going to get our, need a little more iron for inserters. Oh, there it is. But there we go. Once the ammo starts feeding through, that's going to automatically fill those turrets. So that means, oh, I think we're about to get assaulted. Yeah, we're definitely about to get assaulted. I'm just going to do this real quick. There we go. Wow, we are so close. We are so very close. This is belly of the beast stuff. But that's okay. This is good. It's good we're sealing this off because if they start spreading more, they're going to engage in the turrets. The turrets will hopefully be able to dispatch our foes fairly quick. Oh crap, we loaded up on green science in a heartbeat. That's awesome. 65 iron plates for me. And the thing is, we're still producing steel. If you remember, we have not changed that battle plan at all. So that's a good thing on top of that. More. Thank you. 2 more. And then I need inserters. This is a really expensive project, but once it's done, it buys you not only a lot of time, but also a ton of space. That's what counts. That extra leverage to really give you that room to grow. Now that we've also researched solars in the last episode, it's going to be amazing, this room. We can turn this into limitless energy. And of course, if anything is limitless, it means it has no cost, which means we're not paying any coal, we're not paying any resources to keep our energy economy going. That's what counts most in my opinion. We're not that far yet. Okay. Oop. Hang on. Was I not holding it down? There we go. Now this one I don't mind feeding myself 15, that's fine. I don't really anticipate them coming from that direction anyhow. Could be my famous last words, am I right? But that's okay. This is gonna go like so. Ding, 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 ding. And why not ding, ding. Cool, now we have the turret infrastructure in place. We just need the ammo to really kick it up. And actually, you know what, I'm gonna upgrade this to an assembly machine too. And you know what? Nope, I take that back. That's fine. Actually, upgrading to assembly machine 2 is useless, considering how long it's sitting idle anyhow. So, let's not worry about that. All I need now is more iron for more belts and more turrets. If we can seal up that eastern side, that's what I think is really going to pay off, considering that's where they're coming from anyhow. How much do we have just sitting here? 175! Awesome! We're actually getting some proper amount. Yep, all into that. We're actually getting some proper amount just idly, which is great. Yeah, once all the research has been stocked all the way up, and we're almost there, and all this product stocks up that needs iron, then we're going to feel a lot better about it, the whole situation. Because I'll have surplus and stuff. One more. I also need... yeah, I just need more turrets. Defenses ahoy is the name of this episode. If I named any episode ever with any amount of fervor, this is it. Okay, now, if you see on the mini-map, maybe you can't. I'll do this instead. They're just swarming. We now see another pile here, so we're going to cut left. Not nearly as close as we are to the east here, but we'll be able to cut west. And that's going to give us a little bit more leverage. Like I said, really sealing this off, because I don't want to have to worry about defenses at all if I don't have to. And guess what? If we play this outright, we don't have to. Am I right? Okay, there's that. There's that. probably good enough to get us started. This is another situation where we're going to have to just wait for backlog. All of the ammo is just going to have to really filter in and out, and then we'll be able to really deal with it. And by that I really mean, like, we need a crap ton of ammo produced. Not much is really going to change that until we're producing the ammo. Ammo is something we can just load up on ourselves and just mass produce, but I'd much rather have as much automation doing this crap for me as possible. Am I right? Come on, crafting stuff by hand, that's for chumps. I just need to cut this tree line a little bit so it encompasses this iron. Considering iron is just going to be the bane of our existence on this map, not too worried about it. Just kind of seems like the fact of life. Once we do get a little more territory and such and really start defending ourselves, another thing we're going to be able to really do is work with trains and other like mass transit items to really get stuff to and from the base. So that's another cool thing that we'll be able to experiment with later. But for right now, this is just a quick and dirty way to get some infrastructure set up. No complaints about that. So there's that, that. Good. We have a bunch of turrets that are queued up to get ammo. Oh crap, we're going to be attacked. Yeah, that's exactly the reason why I wanted to do the bonus to turret damage. We're getting far more bang for our buck, and that's what's important. And actually, you know what, while I'm here, there, I can actually see what the crap I'm repairing. Good, perfect. 1 ammo, this is why we check out our bases, kids. Boop. Takes care of that. Not permanently, but it'll certainly help. Okay. Gonna do another iron run, and a wall run, really. Cool, we're stocked full of green science. Any more we produce is just gonna sit in the facility. There, 257 iron plate, I like it. Gun turrets, load me up. Walls, load me up. That might actually take care of all the walls we need. I don't know. Oh, we must be completely. I'm starting multiple ideas without finishing any of them. We must be borderline out of iron down here, which is actually a good thing. I should be able to tear up all this conveyor belt, move it to our other operation. Actually, which I don't need. But more importantly, this will free up 2 turrets. This will free up a lot of good stuff, so happy with that. How much is left here? 237? Let's just speed this up a little bit. If you can see the green area around what they'll cover, there, now we have 2 mines hitting it up. That'll exhaust it a little bit faster. And we have 2 more electric mining drills to move down to our other areas. Actually, all this conveyor belt I'm actually going to use to add on to the turret project. So I'm fine with that. I'm completely, thoroughly, absolutely fine with that. There we go. Now we're getting the ball going. Now we're rolling the bones. Now we're shaking the bodies or something. I don't know. Anyway, bing, bing. Very good. Labor intensive, yes. Until we get logistics and construction robots, more specifically construction robots, or droids, bots, whatever. This would all be just a breeze with those bad boys. Absolutely. It's once you get the robots and now you don't have them, that's when you miss them the most. Probably the most obvious statement of the year, but that's okay. Oh, we have a good amount of turrets, actually. I didn't notice. So, ding. Do I have enough metal for inserters? I totally don't. What I should be doing, instead of me crafting the inserters, I should just be stealing them from the stupid assembly line. I don't know why I'm not doing that. But guess what? I'm not doing that for whatever reason. There we go. Also, I want another turret here. This is the corner. Does that connect? Perfect. Very good. So we should have now more and more of these turrets. Yep, not with the red blinky blinky on them. So the way this really works is the turrets will only take, I think, 12 ammo or 11 ammo or something. They'll only take so much. They won't take all of it. If they took as much as they could carry, that would be ridiculous and a waste of time, considering they would just each hold 99 ammo, and that would not be useful at all. You'd have to make, like, whatever, let's just say 100 ammo per turret if you want them functional at all. So now they'll only take like maybe a dozen, 2 dozen, something like that. I think it's a dozen. Oh, wait. Where are the grabbers? Yoink. Great. Here. Now I'm not wasting a crap ton of time trying to sculpt this stuff myself. Cancel, 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 cancel. I don't know what you guys are doing. Okay. 31 inserters. More turrets, please. Turrets, please. Good. I should be able to get some real serious distance on our defensives now. Again, yeah, this is... I should really double ammo production as well, I'm sure. But again, this is one of those projects. It will take a while to get started. Let's just... there we go. You really thank yourself at the end of the night because you're not running all the time to get to your defensives. They'll just be there and they'll be working. That's like the end of the story. And anything you can automate, this game is called Factorio, and it is the automation king. So if there's anything you can just say, you know what, I had to do that by hand. That totally sucks. You know what I want to do? Not that anymore. So when you really come to it, and you really think about it, you're like, well, what process could I make it even 10% easier on me? That's when you really start thinking about it. It's like defense. Well, I could defend 1 or 2 maybe key points, but they could just go around it, nullifying my defenses, or I could spend an episode or 2 or whatever, an hour, and really make my defenses really solid for a long time. That's the kicker right there. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why not? Do. And inserters. And wall. Cool. This frees up a ton of territory for us, and not just for solar panels, but if there's any other projects that we really wanted to pursue, anything that would require a lot more space, like let's say redoing our furnaces, or like really starting to modernize chunks of our manufacturing processes. This is where this is going to pay off, because I don't have to worry about expansion, I don't have to worry about who's knocking on my door. There's plenty of room for all that. So now we can actually tear this all down and use this for more of the project, which is just perfect. Now what I like to do when I have more time, and if the maps are a little different, I like to really double and maybe even triple up my defenses. Maybe that's just a paranoia thing and I certainly don't need to do that, but like for me, I like to have a couple of layers of defense. If they break through the first line, I don't want them to be able to ravage everything. I want to give them a fight on every single front. Possible? I certainly freaking hope so. If this is my factory I'm making and defending, and I want to call this like my fortress, I'm going to treat it like it's a freaking fortress. I guess none of that made sense. It doesn't matter. I'm going to win. That's what I mean. Get in there. Get over there. This thing. Ammo. And whatever. Dink. And shadink. Cool. Again, we're keeping that isolated from all the other iron processes. Not a bad plan, in my opinion, I don't think. None of those words made sense. Cool. We still have some copper down there. I'm going to strip this all the way back to here with the turrets. Yeah. Nope. Good. I like that our base is going to become a little more compact now, at least when it comes for the mining. I don't like having 5 or 6 sources of mining around. It spreads you a little too thin if you're not paying attention, and it makes it a lot harder to defend. But like I said, we're just going to pull this all the way back. By the time I'd ever use it again, I'm sure we'll put far more potent stuff down. A lot faster to travel. move around and such. But this is perfect. We're going to reuse this stuff immediately. We're going to try to make sure nothing goes to waste. Let's do something like that. Real simple. Bam. How much of this can I tear up? All of it? Fantastic. Do 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 do. This is called way less crap that I have to craft. Is that iron? It's iron. It's about 400 of it, and I'm totally taking all of it. Ding, ding. Perfect. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. I'm not going to look to gift iron in the mouth or something. Something with words. That's what I meant to say. Have at ya. Okay. Speaking of which, I wonder how our power network is looking. We really went big, or went home on that kind of a thing. We went big on that setup, and that's perfect. Power is one of those things that I don't ever want to worry about, but you kind of have to worry about it. It's kind of sounds stupid, but the thing I really mean to say is you really you really build up this huge infrastructure, and then your mind just kind of wanders about it. It's like, meh, it's fine. We went huge. We didn't go big or go home. We went massive, and we should be fine forever and ever. Amen. And then you think about it, and you're like, well, we just added that new substructure down there, the new development project, and added a lot more megawatts to the requirement to the infrastructure. And then you just all of a sudden, boom, you're up to laser turrets, and now none of your crap works because you didn't add on to your power. So, I do know I need to fill the coal up there probably soon. So I guess we'll just see. The best benefit of these turrets is they don't require electricity. The next rank up are laser turrets, and they will eat a lot of juice. They will eat a lot of juice. So the good thing is we'll probably mix and match later on. We'll, you know, sprinkle in some laser turrets, but still leave these turrets in. That way we're not completely defenseless. Yeah, defenseless. That's what I meant to say. Even though the laser turrets are going to give us far more bang for the buck, again, since it's just an energy requirement, it is limitless with solar, so that's great. But not something I'm worried about this episode. And let's see here. Pull that down as far as we can. And let's see here. Ding. What about every pull might be overkill? But it works. I'm not super worried about it. These things don't have a ton of range, so it's kind of an important thing to keep into consideration. And let's just pull this out as far as we can. Very good. Let's see here. How are we looking so far? Not too bad. One episode. We got a lot of our defensive infrastructure online. Happy with that. Really cleaned up our iron. Happy with that. Things are looking good there. We're actually getting a surplus, and we kind of delayed these last few moments of this episode when in terms of research. For good reason, I think, in my opinion, considering that's really given us a nicer opportunity to actually stockpile on more of these resources and actually get somewhere on the defensive project. If we stayed into research and we were just throwing all of our resources there, I think we would have been easily quagmired into something. I mean, we would have been supporting an infrastructure that would have been a little too expensive. Things are moving slow. Yep. The second I said, hey, I should check my power, it's almost like I'm a wizard or something. A really crappy wizard, but a wizard all the same. Okay. That'll be good. Load that up complete. And perfect. Okay. A little more coal is what I'm going to need to get the steel started back up. How much steel do we even have anyway? Hundreds. Awesome. Very good. Yeah, another thing considering our power production is if we do go offline, I'm sure we will, eventually, like completely off the grid, I'm sure that'll happen. Another nice thing is since the turrets can hold ammo, even if these feeders stop feeding, it's not the end of the world for us. So, lots of good opportunity there, considering once the laser turrets are out of power, they're done. They won't fire. You're toast. And the even more scary thing is, once they do fire, it'll actually zap the grid. So you could be of good power, and then once all your laser turrets shoot at the same time, or what have you, the bigger danger is now nothing else in your base works, and you're completely drained for a while. But that all depends on how you're building your infrastructure, and I hope we're going to do a pretty solid job. Just wanted to add in the rest to this wall here. Oh, we're building tons of gears. Awesome. This supply is going to backlog just like anything else. We just have to catch up with the demand. Look at that. I scrolled all the way out. Only 2 turrets have the no ammo, and whatever turrets we're going to throw up top are going to have the no ammo as well. Let's just cancel that. I just want like 3 right now. There we go. Then you can set up the rest. Good. Good. No, this is good. I'm feeling really good about our position now. Defensively, we had, what, like 8 turrets before at the beginning of this episode. Now we've got 8 plus whatever. We got some solid numbers here, and the enemy's absolutely going to have to think twice before they come back our way. So, let's call this an episode here. The eastern wall is complete defensively, and I can say that with confidence because the rest of it is ocean, and there are no ocean-capable bugs. So I'm not worried about that. I think another episode or 2 we'll be able to get the south, maybe bunch of the east, if not all, or the west, if not all of the west done. And then we'll have to figure out maybe railroads, some other transit system to get more resources into our base. But for right now, we're doing pretty swell. So thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. Another episode of Factorio in the books. My name is John Megacycle. I'm going to catch you guys next time.